Welcome back to Barely Sober News and Reviews, where we talk about the latest in movie and TV news. I'm Chris Jokas.
Hi, and I'm George Pecoraro.
And today, we're going to be getting into some sweaty nerd territory, all the while keeping it barely sober. So if you're at home watching us on YouTube or listening on your cell phone, crack open a drink, relax, kick back, and enjoy the show. So what are we drinking today, George?
What are we drinking? I am drinking a Mark West Black Pinot Noir wine.
Yeah, you would
Just
be.
purchased it today. I like it a lot. I love in the reds.
All right.
What about you?
I am drinking Noah's Mill Bourbon, a man's drink over here.
Oh, you're
I also
a
got a
manly
Beck
man.
Spirit cracked open on standby.
You got your double fisting?
Double fisting for the moment.
Oh, damn. I got to step up my game.
All right, so what do we got today?
What we got first?
We're going to do a little Barely Sober news. Then we're going to get into a Netflix show that George is very particular on. And then we're going to talk big story of the day, Captain America Civil War.
Civil War.
All right, first up, you got a chance to see that new Star Wars teaser that came out, right?
Of course.
Of course. A lot happened, right?
Yes. Tons. Oh, my God.
I can't believe.
It was unreal.
I feel like they spoiled the whole movie.
I mean, so many lines that Luke has.
I think he got more screen time in that teaser than in Episode 7.
I think so too. We saw like a different angle of them on the cliff on the mountain.
So there's a lot of speculation on if that's like actual behind the scenes footage from Episode 7 or if that was reshot for the new movie.
No, that's was behind the scenes for Episode 7. There's no doubt.
You know there's a new director, a new crew and all that working on the next movie, right?
I mean, I do now.
You ever seen the movie Looper?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Is it good?
Wait. I haven't seen it. I thought you said, do you know about it?
Oh, yeah. No, Looper with Bruce Willis.
Brucey Bruce.
Brucey Bruce. Yeah, the guy that made that movie is making Star Wars Episode 8. His name's Rian Johnson. I never seen any of his work, but apparently he's like an incredible writer and director, so...
Let me see what else he's... Oh, no. Let me see.
His resume isn't too huge. I mean, I know his two big things are Looper and some movie Brick. He's a pretty young guy, too. I mean, I don't think he's that much older than us, to be honest. He's doing a lot better than ourselves.
He's a young guy, and he's making the new Star Wars coming out?
He's young. I mean, I think he's in his early to mid-30s. Somewhere around there. Maybe he's a little older. I could be wrong.
Why does it say he's a writer also?
Yeah, he's a writer.
Hey, well, he's
writing episodes 8 and 9, and he's directing episode 8.
Wow, that's awesome. He says he was born in 1973, so he's at least, I mean, he's like 15 years older.
Okay. All right.
But he's still very young.
Yeah.
And to have this much responsibility on Star Wars is a big deal.
I know. Can you imagine that? He seems like a cool guy, too. I've seen a couple interviews with him. He's very humble, laid back.
Says he directed 3 episodes of Breaking Bad.
Oh, that's right. He directed that amazing episode where Hank got shot, where Hank died.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see. He said Fly in 2010 from Breaking Bad, episode 51, and episode Ozymandias.
Yeah, Ozymandias or something?
Ozymandias, yeah.
That's the one where Hank dies. And that's probably like the best episode that show ever had.
Yeah, that was a great
I never felt more tense watching a TV episode. I was completely sober and like scared out of my mind for what was going to happen.
Yeah, he has a very short resume.
Super short, yeah.
I guess Disney or whoever hired him just loves his ideas and loves his filmography. So
well, I think basically everyone that's seen his work, which does not include us apparently, but we've seen his Breaking Bad stuff. But everyone that's seen his work really likes it. So he's super talented. He probably really deserves the job. And the thing is that like his writing usually includes a lot of like twists and some dark material. So I think we can expect kind of like an Empire Strikes Back style Star Wars coming up next, you know?
I love the twist dark material though.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about it.
I love that dark stuff, especially, I don't know, for me.
Right.
But that
Me
also
too.
doesn't appeal to mass quantities. But we'll see.
Yeah, but you know what? Star Wars appeals to mass quantities no matter what it is. So
Yeah, that's true. Everyone, I mean, it's got the Star Wars name to it. Everyone is gonna get excited and want to see it.
so the main thing I kind of took away from that little teaser was that we didn't see Luke Skywalker, we didn't see Mark Hamill at all for the prep work, for the marketing in Episode 7, and now the first thing we see for Episode 8 is Mark Hamill. So he's probably going to be all over this marketing, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's gonna be like the main marketing scheme. Like he'll be on billboards in Times Square. He's gonna be in the commercials. He's gonna probably be that main poster. I guess it's his epic comeback, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Can't believe he didn't have a single line in the last movie.
I think I saw somewhere like maybe on I don't even remember the internet, and they asked him, "What did you say when you found out you didn't have any lines in Episode 7?"
Uh-huh.
And he goes, "I was speechless."
Oh my god. He probably had that one like planned. He's probably just waiting for someone to ask him that question.
Oh yeah,
he's like, I so know what I'm gonna say.
I was gonna tell him I was speechless. It was gonna get him good.
You know what they're calling this? You know how they give like fake production names to movies while they're in production? So the production name for this is Space Bears.
What? There's got to be like some way. I don't know. Think of that name, just like Space Bears.
Yeah. I saw a photo. They got like the director sits in a chair, and it's like it usually says the name of the movie on the back of the chair.
Yeah.
And like I saw a picture of Ryan Johnson, and on the back of his chair it just says Space Bear, and there's like a picture of like a panda head or something.
They must be just high as fuck. just high. It's called Space Bears.
Yeah.
But we're filming.
Speaking of bears, let's talk about Disney's The Jungle Book coming out.
Jungle Book. It's the bare necessities, the lovely bare necessities.
Yeah, that was.
I don't even know the rest of the song.
When I was a little kid, that was like my favorite Disney movie for some reason.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, I don't know. I loved the hell out of Baloo. I still scratch my back the same way he does. He used to scratch it on the trees like that.
What do you do? What do you scratch your back on? You can't.
I don't know,
you don't
like
do
the corner
trees,
of
do
a door.
you?
A door frame.
The corner of
door frame.
Of a doorway.
Yeah, I got short little arms, man. I can't reach certain areas.
And the voice of Baloo is Bill Murray.
Right, it's Bill Murray, right?
Yeah,
I know.
pretty
Yeah,
exciting.
they got a crazy good cast.
They do.
I saw in the latest trailers they're really starting to showcase the songs a little more, or especially Bare Necessities. I really hope all those songs in there. I want to see Bare Necessities. I want to see Bill Murray sing it. I want to see Christopher Walken sing the monkey song because he's playing the big orangutan, King Louie, right?
Oh yeah. I can't even remember what other songs there was.
Yeah, they're like I can't sing them. They're just like vaguely on the tip of my tongue.
It's gonna be good though.
Oh, I can't wait.
Right? Because it's
I've never
like
been
live
so excited
action
for like something like this.
Yeah. That's what it is though. They're trying to do if any movie ever, if there was like the live action of it back then, they're gonna do the cartoon of it now. This is a cartoon of the Jungle Book. Now they're gonna do the real live.
That's true. They're like double dipping. They double dip on everything now.
Oh, they're double dipping. They don't wear condoms and they're dipping.
Yeah.
Going ATM on them.
Well, I heard that whole movie was filmed on like in a studio in Los Angeles. So basically everything in that movie is completely computer generated.
Wow.
It looks fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell the animals are like CGI, but I don't give a shit. They look really awesome. They got a lot of character to them.
What's the name of the snake that talks in it? Do you remember? Ka?
Something like that. I can't remember.
Is that Scarlett Johansson?
Shakta or something? No. I can't remember. I can't remember the the Black Panther's name or the tiger's name or the snake's name. All I know is Baloo, Mowgli, and King Louie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I don't even know anything about it. But this one is probably going to get... You're going to resell in the cartoon version. Or I'm probably going to watch it and then watch the original. I mean, the original one and watch the new one.
Hell yeah, let's get a case of beer and watch that.
Hell yeah, like big adults. Big old, grown-ass men.
Yeah.
But yeah, this live... It looks violent, really. Looking at it, it looks intense. It looks violent.
It does, yeah.
For the PG rating that it has, I feel like it's going to be scary. I mean, granted, I think I used to watch movies when I was a kid watching like movies. I was scared shitless, and then I go back and watch them now. Like, this shit wasn't. It's not even scary.
Yeah, my girlfriend always talks about how terrified she used to be of like the wolf in the Robin Hood Disney movie. I don't even know what she's talking about. Like, it obviously
I think
didn't
she
leave.
means the fox.
No, the fox was Robin Hood.
Oh, the cartoon, the animal cartoon, Robin Hood?
Yeah, either Robin Hood or A Sword in the Stone. One of them has a wolf in it that she was terrified of. But it's so weird because I saw those movies too, and I don't even remember. So obviously it didn't scare me. But then other weird things used to really scare me as a kid too, and like still kind of stay with me.
Yeah, it's movies that weren't even scary. I was like, oh my god.
So yeah, this Jungle Book movie is gonna like traumatize.
It's gonna maybe if you're bringing your 8-year-old, I'm sure it's gonna have an impact on them, and that that's what they want, to have that impact.
I think little kids like being scared, like to that certain extent, because I used to rewatch the same movies all the time that used to kind of like bug me out as a child.
You might be right. I was originally disagreeing with you, but like some movies, like when I was a kid, that definitely were like scary movies. I don't even like scary movies now. Like, I hate scary movies. But as a kid, like, I kind of wanted to rewatch them. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I remember... Did you ever see the Ghostbusters movies, like Ghostbusters 2?
Yeah.
Remember the painting in Ghostbusters 2?
Yeah, that
thing used to scare the shit out of me, but that was like my favorite movie.
What's that guy's name? Like, it starts with a V?
Yeah, Vigo? Vigo. It's definitely Vigo something.
Like, oh my god, I need to look. But
or Victor? No, I think it's Vigo.
It's something like that.
Oh, I should definitely know this. It's kind of pissing me off right now.
All right. What is it going to be?
He's the scourge of something in the Carpathia or something like that, right? I'm just saying random words, but...
Oh my god. IMDb's freaking on me.
I just remember like some of his quotes where he's like, "I'll bathe in a river of blood." That's pretty horrifying for a little kid.
Yeah, right? Like, I mean, well, was that a kid's movie, though?
I guess not. I mean, one of the Ghostbusters got a blowjob from a ghost in the first movie.
That's right.
Totally over my head at the time, but I remember watching it as an adult and just being like, oh my god. Like, I always knew something weird was going on in that scene, but I just...
Dan Aykroyd got a BJ.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So yeah, what kind of a movie was that? I guess it's an adult movie, or a kid's movie with some very adult humor.
Vigo,
right?
I think that's what it is.
Who played that guy? That was horrifying.
What is this rated anyway? PG. This movie was rated PG.
Yeah? Oh my god.
Yeah. There's so much difference, I bet, in PG now and then.
Right.
Like, okay, here's a great example. You've seen the movie, what's that movie when he could talk to animals? Dr. Dolittle?
Oh, this is not what I was thinking at all.
Right? Dr. Dolittle, that's what he, when he could talk to animals?
Yep.
So there's a scene in it, right? When you know the movie pretty well, right?
I mean, it's been a while, but I can.
So in the movie, right? Like there's that tiger who like I guess has a thorn. He's like got like a toothache, and he wants to like he's a show tiger, circus tiger, wants to jump off like the clock tower and kill himself because he can't take the pain anymore, right?
Okay.
So Doctor Doolittle comes and is gonna save this tiger. Like don't jump, trying to literally talk him off the ledge, and
Suicidal
there's
tiger.
those two little rats, that are like little menaces, like they're making fun of everybody through the whole movie, and like little pranksters.
Okay.
So, Doctor Doolittle goes up, and these rats are on the bottom of the like below where he wants to jump, and these rats are like teasing this tiger, and he's like, "Come on, jump, you pussy! You won't do it. Jump right here!" And they're like saying all these like nasty things,
pussy?
like, yeah, they said pussy.
Oh, well, he's a cat.
Oh,
that's
okay.
why they get away with it.
That's how they got away with it. I got Doolittled.
Yeah, you got Doolittled.
But I was watching. I'm like, what did they just call that cat? They're like telling him to jump, and like he should kill himself, and then he's being I guess. I mean, you know what they really meant.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And that movie came out in 1998. If that shit came out now, people would be freaking. I feel like if you're telling someone telling the tiger to commit suicide, and calling him scared.
Oh my god.
People like all these tiger owners are gonna be freaking out.
Yeah, well, people freak out about everything now.
Yeah.
Can't do anything without people freaking out. If more people listen to this podcast, they'd be freaking out.
Were they though?
I think so. Something. I'm sure we said something offensive to someone.
Good.
Yeah, good. Speaking of offensive, talking about Deadpool with that R rating, we've been going on about that, speculating a little bit about Wolverine 3. We kind of heard some rumors or whatever. It seems to be locked in now that Wolverine 3 is going to be rated R. I don't know if it's completely... I don't know if it's officially been announced, but it's being reported all over the place now. And I have an article up by moviepilot.com right now that's saying that not only is it going to be rated R, but it's going to follow the Old Man Logan comic book storyline, which apparently is like the darkest Wolverine story that's ever, been told. Kind of famous for that.
Oh, yeah?
So...
That's from like the comic books?
Yeah, it's a comic book. It's a comic book run that takes place in like a futuristic Marvel, I guess like another like Days of Future Past thing where it takes place in the future, except there's no time travel in this. But basically, most of the superheroes have been killed at this point, and Wolverine's like, he's an old man now, and he's kind of on his own. And it's like a post-apocalyptic world. And, I never read it. I don't know too many details of it. I just know he kind of, like, goes on some sort of, like, a revenge mission that's extremely violent or whatever. But I do know that he teams up with Hawkeye in the comic book.
Oh, yeah?
But since Fox doesn't have the rights to Hawkeye, I heard... some rumors that they might change it and make it Deadpool. So it could be like Old Man Logan and Deadpool teaming up.
That could be exciting.
Yeah. I think this has potential to be super
Especially
badass.
with the popularity of Deadpool right now and the overall just straight love of Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean it would be a missed opportunity if they didn't do it.
Right. So you think with Wolverine 3 being R-rated, do you think it's going to be more of what? Like more of blood, more sarcastic sex jokes?
I hope it's just more blood, because I hope they just keep Wolverine how he is and not try to make him like with all the jokes and stuff.
Right. Maybe he'll curse or something.
Yeah,
but he'll be his same character.
He could throw a couple curses out there.
Yeah, throw some curses out there, be the same kind of Wolverine that he has been, but yeah, make it more bloody and make it more, this fight scene's more gory and interesting.
Or I guess like the real answer is not to make it more bloody, but just like tell a story and don't have any limitations. Like if there's a point where he's facing an enemy and it makes sense that he'd slice this guy's head off, just have it happen. Like don't throw it in there just to get the R rating.
Right. Just write a good story. Don't look to make Don't try to make. Just let it happen.
Yeah, but Wolverine's a savage. They need to show him being pretty savage.
Yeah. They need to show him Wolverining himself out.
Yeah. I mean, just goddamn. Do you have this article pulled up? Just look at the expression on his face. He's a freaking madman.
Yeah, from the pictures from.
Yeah, it was when he was exploding out of the like Weapon X program. I don't know. I was a little. Did we see the second Wolverine movie together?
Yeah.
I really liked it, but I was still kind of disappointed at the same time.
Yeah, I remember walking out of the theater and you were kind of upset about some things.
Yeah, I think it just got kind of weird at the end when there was like a little old Japanese man in a giant samurai suit, like samurai robot suit.
I mean, I'm
seemed like anticlimactic or something.
I'm gonna assume that story wasn't in the comics and they just kind of made that up.
I don't know,
because it seems like they were just trying to make an interesting story and they're trying to find a way to take Wolverine's powers. You know what I mean, and him find his way back to being full strength.
Yeah, well, what they do is they always take inspiration from the comics, but they can't really follow it completely just because they don't have the rights to so many characters, and it just wouldn't make sense like in their own storyline with what they've set up so far. Not that Fox ever seems to really care too much about following their own storyline. But yeah, so Wolverine rated R, perfect.
Perfect.
I hope they don't puss out on that.
Hopefully, like we said earlier, hopefully rated R is a continuous thing, but they don't overdo it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With hopefully like DC and Marvel, they make rated R movies and make them appeal to more of the adults, but don't go on a crazy tangent. And now for the next 5 years, all of them are going to be rated R.
Well, you heard the big thing today, right?
What was that?
So apparently, I think this is a report coming from what's it? The MMPA? What rates movies? MMPA or something like that?
Yeah.
Apparently, they're saying that Batman v Superman is going to have an R-rated Blu-ray release, different from the theatrical cut. So that's I don't know. Like, do you think that was the plan all along, or do you think that's off the Deadpool?
No, definitely not. They're like, shit, too late. Like, the movie's coming out. We can't change it now.
But how do they change it in post-production? Is it all going to be CGI blood just, like, added in random places?
I don't know. I feel like, here's the thing, though. I feel like this is what they do they film as much as they want, like, film a whole bunch of of the movie, and they piece the movie together, send it to the MMPA, and they rate it. They're like, this version will be rated R, and then they change a little bit. All right, this version will still be rated R, and they like, if you want to make it PG-13, you need to take out this piece and this piece.
Okay, so you think Zack Snyder, who, I mean, he's made some pretty violent movies, right? He made 300, and he made Watchmen, both which were rated R.
Right.
So maybe he went into this movie kind of making it R, but knowing that he would have to pull it back.
Right. I think what would make sense is they film more than they need, and because they want to make it more. Well, I guess they shot for that PG-13 rating, but they went for how close can we get on that borderline of PG-13 rated R.
They try to ride that border, right?
Right, so they overshoot with the blood and overshoot with the crazy action and things.
Probably knowing they might make us take this out, but it'd be cool if we kept it in or something.
Right, so I think that's what they're doing. Everything was already filmed and They have all this.
Right, and then because Deadpool was so popular, now they want to say, "Hey, well, guess what? We're gonna have an R-rated version too."
Right.
Try
exactly.
to ride that wave, ride that Deadpool wave.
I think when I read this article or saw this article, it was, I think the running time for the PG-13 Batman vs Superman is 2.5 hours, and I think with this R-rated, it's gonna go up to 3 hours. So it's gonna add another another half hour of good old hardcore superhero fighting.
I think this is a movie that deserves to be a solid 3 hours. They got so much to do.
I remember hearing about, they're like, oh, 2016 Batman vs Superman. I'm like, oh my god, that's so far away.
Yeah, I know, I remember that too.
So it's good though, you know. I've been so excited about all these string of DC movies that are going to be coming out.
Because they're gonna fight, and then they're gonna team up, or they're gonna meet each other. They're gonna fight. They're gonna do some prepping. They're gonna fight each other again. Yeah. Then they're gonna team up, and then this movie's also called The Dawn of Justice. So, and we know that the Flash is gonna be in it. We know that Aquaman's going to be in it. We know that Wonder Woman's going to be in it. And who knows if they got some other ideas throwing in, you know?
Wait, is Aquaman and the Flash going to be in it?
Yep. They are.
Huh. I knew the three, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman.
That's who they're showcasing. They're keeping the Flash. I'm sure the Flash and Aquaman might be more just cameos.
Right.
Maybe they come together at the end. But that's a lot to establish in one movie.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, they need to completely establish Batman, too. Because this is a whole new Batman.
Right. The thing is, I hope they don't... For my concern is, I hope they don't have Batman and Superman team up too early. Me too. I want that to be the last scene of the movie.
I know. It's fucking Batman versus Superman. I just want to see them... I wish all those other people weren't even in it. I just wish it was just Batman versus Superman. Right? That's the movie.
Because they're taking some thunder away. Yeah. This Batman versus Superman is a huge deal, and it's the beginning of the Justice League. It's their deep story. I mean, and I love that Batman versus Superman story.
Who wasn't bummed when they saw that one trailer where all of a sudden, is she with you? I thought she was with you. It's come on. You're taking the fun out of the Batman v Superman. I don't want to see them teaming up and Wonder Woman coming, and I don't need to see that. If it happens in the movie, fine, but don't show me that in the trailer. I want to just go in thinking this is Batman versus Superman, you know?
Yeah, just a straight battle between future friends.
Yeah.
The strongest man on the planet versus, a normal human being. One very intelligent, one, just normal intelligence.
Actually, that trailer spoiled the movie. Because now you already know they're going to team up.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows that anyway, because it's Batman and Superman.
But we didn't expect it to happen. That's what I mean.
I don't want to see how it happens. We literally saw how it happens. That big guy, I think everyone's saying is supposed to be Doomsday. Who's a big DC villain. And then they're fighting. Doomsday comes, Wonder Woman saves the day, and they all team up. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. That's why. It's already ruined. To know what happens. They should have teamed up, and just became friends in some other way. Maybe at the end of this movie, but hopefully them teaming up and Wonder Woman saving them. Woman saves them. Comes in. Hopefully it's near the end of the movie, and I don't watch barely any fighting between Batman v Superman.
That trailer wins award for the biggest boner kill. Because my excitement for the movie has seriously gone down since I saw that. I'm still pumped. I still want to see it. But
I saw a little piece of the trailer today somewhere. That was, how Batman, what's it called? Superman punches Batman and Batman blocks it, right?
Yeah.
I saw a little piece, an extra piece, where Superman actually gives him a good hit in the suit, and Batman goes flying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he's in that super suit, and he goes flying.
He's in that super suit.
Super suit.
So yeah, I've heard some people talk about like what, like, you know, when Batman blocks that punch, like what if he didn't block that punch? Superman would have just like knocked his head off, like literally.
Fucking cracked his neck.
Like what was well, Superman cracked General Zod's neck in the first movie.
Right?
Snapping necks.
Right? That was pretty right. That was a pretty intense thing.
Yeah, that was cool. Everyone bitched and moaned about that. I thought that was awesome.
That was very cool.
Yeah, that was the coolest thing ever.
And the one thing that bothered me in that movie is how like, you know, General Zod gets his helmet knocked off and he can't breathe and he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Batman literally tells him how to overcome that. And it makes Superman yeah. tells him how to overcome that. And it makes me so upset. Like, he's just like, you just have to focus on one thing and concentrate and, you know, block other things out. And he's like, all right. And then all of a sudden he's like competing with Superman.
Yeah, I guess that's like who Superman is, though, right? He's supposed to be always doing the right thing. It's snapping necks.
Yeah, but then he
doesn't have to snap a neck until he has to.
He's snapping the neck of his own kind. Right? He's never met anyone from his own home.
Right.
And he breaks their neck.
Wow. He lays it on the line for Earth.
I guess he really loves us.
He does.
I hope Batman kicks his ass.
Me too. All right, well, that's it for news. Let's get into a topic that you have been just squirming around waiting to talk about.
I have been a little schoolboy on the playgrounds.
I know.
I've been talking about, I just finished last night watching the new Netflix TV series, or whatever you want to call it. It's not TV. Netflix original series, Love. And it, for anyone that's, I believe, like, anyone in the dating world now, from, I want to say, like, 18 to even,
forever.
Like, I guess you got to say, like, 30, upper 30s, I feel like can relate to this movie. I mean, this show, like, a lot. What's it called? Paul Rust and Gilligan Jacobs are the co-stars, and they do such a great job in this. So, pretty much in this show, they kind of, through the whole show, first, was it 10 episodes? They depict literally probably any relationship or any feeling you've ever had, right? They have like a natural awkward meeting by just meeting randomly and one helps each other out. They have an instant connection kind of like and start hanging out, right? And then you have that where he gets this girl's number, right? And he's, for the whole day, he's trying to figure out the perfect text he wants to send this girl. Right? And through this whole episode, he's typing something and then erases it. Episode goes on, he types something, erases it, and types something and erases it. Like, how many, for me, yeah. I'm always typing shit and I'm like, wait, that's weird, don't send that.
I fucking still do that with everyone.
But it's like more intense when you're with the girl. Yeah. And then after you send that perfect text, like trying to receive, waiting to get one back is like so agonizing.
Right. But I just want to cut you off. Like, when I first met my girlfriend, I've been dating my girlfriend for like 3.5 years now or something. But when I first met her, I met her like the day before Hurricane Sandy hit. So I did that. I tried to figure out the perfect text, sent a text, and she sent one back, and then I sent another one back, and then I just never heard from her for like the 3 days because the power went out
Oh shoot!
Remember that? Like everyone was having trouble, and I kind of
Right.
thought at the time. I remember I was like, oh, "Fuck!" Like I fucked it up or whatever. And my neighbor at the time, Jamie, she was like, "It's the fucking hurricane, you idiot. It's fine. It's fine."
Just
And
the level-headedness of another person.
yeah, sure enough, like a couple of days later, I received like a whole barrage of texts from like not only her but like everyone else that I kind of wasn't hearing from. So yeah, I definitely know that feeling.
Right, waiting, just being in agony, waiting for that text to come
You
back.
overthink everything too.
Right?
You're just like, oh, it's been like 17 minutes and like.
It's just right. Sometimes you'd be like, "Oh my god, they haven't texted me in so long. How long has it been? Ah, it's been like 3 minutes. What?
Yeah.
Why haven't they texting me back? This is bullshit. I
start-
shouldn't have said that. I messed up."
Yeah, you start running all these things in your head.
I do that all
Illogical.
the time. I'm like, sometimes I like put my phone down and I go do some other stuff and I'm not back for 15 minutes. It's not that they're, you know what I mean?
I know.
That's just the craziness.
That happens to me naturally all the time. Like you're at work or whatever. You're at work. You're in a meeting. You can't answer. You're eating dinner with
Right.
your family. Who knows?
When I'm at work, I'm never on my phone when I'm at work because
Yeah.
it's like I'm busy and I'm moving. I can't be in my pocket.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, to sometimes that's just what it is a lot during the day. Right? But let's see. The rest of the show, it like literally does pick out everything that could happen. Like jealousy immediately. Like actually realizing, wait, I actually like this person, getting jealous when like another girl, even better looking girl, approaches this guy Gus. And she gets jealous. What's this? Mickey gets jealous.
So it's
And
like
then
it's like an ultra realistic.
right, even gets better because when she's really getting jealous, that's when she starts like internet stalking him, which is like so prevalent nowadays. Like
Yeah.
like stalking his Facebook and his Instagram and trying to find out what he's doing and what he is and like his past and looking through his old photos.
Yeah.
Just sitting on her bed. This girl sitting on her bed just looking through his old photos. And then becoming like too desperate and like finding out where he is. Right? And then pretty much the show goes on to just this girl just ends up feeling humiliated by just trying to just speak her mind at the end, you know what I mean? But the show does depict everything you've experienced in your relationships at any time has been in this show.
And what'd you learn
it's
from
worth
this
a
show,
watch.
George?
What I've learned from this show is that I'm not going to be dating for a while. I'm going to be keeping to myself because I cannot.
Was that what they were going
now.
for?
Huh?
Was that what they were going for?
No, definitely not. What they were going for probably mostly was that, yeah, there's all this bullshit in dating. A lot of just crap that just drives you nuts. Like, one's acting crazy. The other one, like, is ignoring you. But, like, it pretty much goes for, even though with all that crap, like, it's still worth going through that ride of, well, it still could work out with this person, and this has been nuts, and like I can't stand this, but I'm gonna still continue to see this person who I don't even know that well. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
so the spoiler for the end is that they stay together.
Spoiler for the end is they kiss at the end. Yeah, they stay together. Which, I mean, I guess, like, to be honest, I'm going to say it sounds really dumb. I wasn't expecting it. Like, the show is about them.
That's how they
what I
always
mean?
end.
The show is about them two. They're the co-stars, and it's about their, I guess, love. You know what I mean? And with all the crap that happened to them, I should have
that's why it's
expected
called
that.
love.
Like through the whole thing, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna get together. They're gonna get together. Whatever. This is crazy. They're gonna get together. But the way it unfolded, I was like, oh wow, they're really not gonna be together. And then all of a sudden they get together. I'm like, oh my god. I should have known better, but I
What a
couldn't help
twist.
myself. So if you're into that,
Ryan Johnson must have been the writer.
Type of stuff. What'd you say?
So Ryan Johnson must have been the writer on that, the twist at the end.
Johnson, he just knows how to write. The Johnson knows love. But no, like, if you're into things like that and relationships and trying to understand them and if you can relate, I think it's an excellent watch.
Well, the trailer looked pretty phenomenal for as far as those sort of things go.
I know that some of the girls I'm good friends with, they all watched it and they all going nuts over it.
Uh-huh.
So I guess it could be more for women, but I still very much enjoyed it. And also I have female tendencies. So.
Were you drinking your Mark West Pinot Noir?
Not during every episode.
Did you cry, George?
No, I did not. You actually video chatted me near this season finale.
Oh yeah, but I didn't know you were watching that at the time. I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, I had like 4 minutes left in the episode, in the last episode, and
you spent it with me.
And yeah, and pretty much you video chatted me. I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, I need to finish this. Like, you were talking, and I was kind of barely listening to you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. Anything else you want to cap that off with?
You know, dating's a bitch. Just don't do it. It's
great.
Good show.
Great.
Watch it.
Great pause. I'm going to be the tiger on the top of the tower.
Don't do it. I mean, jump. You won't do it. Come on, do it. You
All right.
cat.
So, I think we skipped over this before, but Oscars are this Sunday.
Yes, they are.
So, this is one of those years where it looks like there's all these great movies, and I just haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
But regardless, we're going to go ahead blindly into the dark and kind of take some guesses on what we think.
Right? This is fun, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Does anyone really, have anyone that's talking about it really seen all these movies? Besides, like, the people who are, like, in the Oscars, like, you know what I mean? Have they really seen all these movies?
Well, shit, I mean, I think even my parents have seen all these movies. Not all these movies, but, like, at least the ones for, like, best picture.
Let me see. Best picture?
Wait a
Birdman?
minute. Birdman. Wasn't that last year?
Yeah, wasn't that last year?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I guess it came. I don't know. Maybe it was in another awards show. But Birdman
It won last year. It won Best Picture last year.
I don't know.
Birdman was okay.
But really, I love Birdman.
Yeah.
It's one of my top 5 favorite movies ever.
Really? Top 5 ever?
I loved it so much.
Oh my god. No, I don't know about that. I wasn't too thrilled with it. I thought it was cool. It was interesting, but I was kind of at the end of it. I was like, that was kind of pointless. It didn't really make me feel anything, you know.
Oh, I felt so many things.
Really? Birdman?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Are we talking about the same movie? I mean, I'm sure I'm in the minority because it did win Best Picture.
Definitely talking about the same movie.
Oh, man. All right.
It was great. I thought it was excellent. My parents were like, they watched it, they're like, oh, this movie stinks. It's like, whatever. And right when they said that, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to love this movie. Watched it that night. I'm like, yep, I love this movie.
Maybe I need to rewatch it.
Maybe you do.
Maybe.
I think you need to watch it with me.
All right, well, I have seen Mad Max Fury Road.
Definitely, seen that.
But well, let's start with Best Picture, right? Let's just start right up there.
Let's go hot, going from the top.
Right up there. Mad Max Fury Road, I don't think it's going to win Best Picture.
No.
I haven't seen Spotlight or The Big Short or The Revenant, but from what I know, I think those are going to be the top top three in that running.
Right. I haven't seen most. Besides Birdman and Mad Max, I haven't seen any of these. Do you think?
I'm gonna put my money on either Spotlight or The Big Short.
What is Spotlight about?
Spotlight's about like the priests conspiracy, like the molestation and.
Do you really think that will win Best Picture?
Yeah,
a molestation thing?
Yeah, it's supposed to be phenomenal. I know it's definitely considered. It's definitely being like tracked to win. That or The Big Short or The Revenant, I think, are the ones that are being tracked to win.
No, I feel like they're not going to put that type of spotlight on Spotlight for Best Picture. Spotlight, Starbright.
Okay, so what are you picking? I'm picking Spotlight. Fully knowing that I haven't seen any of these, so I have no.
Yeah, right. I don't even know. I'm gonna go say The Revenant.
Okay.
Just because they're making a big huff out of it.
Well, okay, so let's go to Best Actor then, because I'm gonna pick. I think Leonardo DiCaprio is gonna walk away with his little golden man for the first time ever for The Revenant.
You think so? Yes. Is that a big prediction? Let's see who he's up against. Bryan Cranston in Trumbo, Matt Damon in The Martian, Leonardo DiCaprio Revenant, Michael Fassbender and Steve Jobs, Eddie Redmayne. Is that how you say it?
I don't know him.
And The Danish Girl.
So he's gonna have trouble against Michael Fassbender, but
right.
I just can't see how they could give it to Michael Fassbender when Leonardo DiCaprio literally puts himself through hell for every role every year. He puts his all into it and he never wins.
Right. I read articles about what he went through to make that movie.
Yeah.
And he was legitimately sleeping out in the cold and going through all these certain things to prep for this movie.
I know that doesn't really matter. What really matters is what he did in the movie. But you got to take that maybe a little into consideration. It's a lot harder to be, Leo's character in The Revenant than it is to be Steve Jobs, isn't it? Or maybe not. I'm going for Leo, though, Best Actor.
I think I'm not going to say the same as you. Because
are you going to remember these? Fun. We should write this down, maybe.
All right.
I'm
doing pen and paper.
So, yeah, I'm doing Best Pick. What did I say? A Spotlight. All right.
And I'm saying The Rev.
Best Actor, Leo.
I'm not going to go Matty Damon because I feel like that movie, The Martian, I don't know. I'm sure it's a good movie, but I could not see it being Damon winning it.
I unfortunately only saw the first 15 minutes of that movie because I had to run somewhere. But from what I did see, it looked like a fantastic movie. I just don't think that Matt Damon would actually win Best Actor for it.
I'm going to go, even though I know nothing about this movie, I'm going to go Bryan Cranston and Trumbo.
Yeah? Okay.
I don't know anything about it, but I'm just going to go with the big name. Cranny Pants is my pan.
All right. I don't think this is his year, but I think someday he will. So let's go to Best Actress now.
Let's see what we got here.
I'm going to have to go with Cate Blanchett because I just know she's an amazing actress, and I haven't seen any of these movies.
Wait. Right.
I don't think Jennifer Lawrence is going to win.
Brie Larson, Room, Jennifer Lawrence, Joy, Charlotte Rampling, 45 Years.
I'm going Cate Blanchett right from the cuff right here.
What is this movie, Brooklyn? It's all over this thing.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I'm going to go J-Lo, Jen Lawrence, and Joy.
This is terrible. Maybe I could catch some of these movies before the Oscars actually air. That way I am somewhat invested.
No, you can't change your stuff now.
No, I won't change it. I'll keep it, but...
I'm going... This is my thing for... I may be wrong, but I think when the general public makes a big huff over certain movies, I feel like usually that that gets a trophy.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going Jay Lawrence on that one.
All right.
All right, what do we got?
Let's do Best Director. So.
Okay,
So
we got
Alejandro Inarritu, who did The Revenant.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same dude that made Birdman.
Ooh, he's a legit. I need to see that. I haven't seen The Revenant.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to see this
I don't know
movie.
how I haven't seen that movie. That seems like something I would have seen like opening night. But
Right.
so apparently he filmed that whole movie with natural daylight, which is extremely difficult because that means you need to rely on the sun to film your movie.
Right.
I mean, that's like, instead of having control over your lighting, you need to time it out with the weather and all that shit.
You only have like a half hour to shoot scenes.
Yeah, that's tough. So you got to give him some credit with that. I heard he's got some pretty awesome, like, sweeping, like, shots that don't cut to other shots, just like kind of like Birdman was. You know, Birdman just was filmed all in one shot and they never really cut.
Uh-huh.
He's got some scenes like that are apparently pretty epic. But I don't think he's going to win. I don't think anyone's ever won 2 years in a row for Best Director, and he won last year.
Oh, yeah, he won last year for Birdman, right.
I'm pretty sure. So I'm actually going to go with... I'm going to go with George Miller for Mad Max Fury Road.
I mean, Mad Max Fury Road's definitely a movie for us.
Yeah, but that's a hard movie to shoot. Think about it from a director's point of view.
High speed?
Ooh, there's so much action going on in that movie. And it's got to all be coordinated. Explosions and cars and everything's...
Yeah, there's a lot of explosions. You gotta be... It's very dangerous for the actors. I'm gonna go with Tom McCarthy and Spotlight.
All right.
Why not? For
Good
fun,
choice.
right? Let's have some
Riding
fun on
off
this
mine.
thing.
All right, let's skip
Best
best
animated
foreign
film.
film.
You want to go best animated film or no?
All right, I'm going to say
Real
Inside
quick,
Out.
just pick one.
I'm going to say
Pick it.
Inside Out. It's the only one I've seen, and it's really the only one I've heard of. I think I heard of Shaun the Sheep, but...
Yeah, Inside Out.
All right.
Okay. What do you want to go to? Cinematography?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to pick for this. But just like what I said, the camera work in Mad Max was pretty crazy. And I know the camera work in Revenant was pretty crazy, shooting with the natural light and all that. And I haven't seen this movie Sicario, but apparently that's like a really beautiful movie too. I don't think Carol or Hateful Eight are gonna win. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna go with Sicario. Kind of change it up. Haven't added that in yet.
I'm going to go Mad Max.
What are we betting on this? Let's bet a solid $25.
Oh, we going money over here.
Yeah, I don't know. You want to go money or you want to go drinks?
Let's go drinks.
Okay, drinks.
Unless you want to go big bucks, we're going to go 3,000.
No, get out of here. We haven't even seen these movies. Maybe next year we'll get more on our game.
I don't know. I'm big on Oscar betting.
Yeah, all right.
The Oscars, I always bet big.
So what do you want to move on to now? Costume design. I'll skip that maybe.
Boring. Film editing, boring.
Film editing.
Best original score, boring.
I don't know. To you.
Is that what you want to talk about?
No. I'm just saying that there's probably people like...
To me, but I'm a simple mind.
Simple-minded. All right. I just want to quickly just point out for sound editing and sound mixing, I think Star Wars should definitely win that, even though...
No question.
I've only seen Mad Max, but the sound in that movie was so awesome. I never had sat in a movie theater and just felt like I was like literally shooting lasers out of the Millennium Falcon.
You were shooting the lasers?
Yeah, like it felt like I was there. The sound was just incredible, I thought. Best visual effects? I don't know. Maybe The Martian. I'm not sure, actually.
I mean,
Would Star Wars win that? Star Wars had some good visual effects, but it seemed pretty run of the mill. Nothing kind of like blew my mind with that movie.
I mean, I would say Fury Road has a lot of visual effects.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Martian.
I'm gonna go Fury Road again.
Gotta give the Martian something. And that's it. I mean, best adapted screenplay, I wouldn't really know. And best original screenplay, also wouldn't really know. So, there you have it. Those are votes.
Overall, who's winning the Oscars?
You mean what movie is gonna pull in the most?
What's taking Little Men home tonight?
You know what?
Sunday night.
I'm pretty sure I picked a different movie for each category.
Right, mostly. I feel like I picked Mad Max twice. And The Reverend twice.
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if a single movie on this is like the movie, is like this year's movie. But we will find out.
We will find out. Shit. Reverend. I'm gonna say Reverend.
Revenant.
Revenant didn't. Don't mess with my tongues.
All right. Well, let's take a little time just to talk about some Captain America and Civil War stuff.
Oh yeah, let's get back to that.
So, some big news kind of dropped. Can't remember if it was this morning or yesterday, but Anthony Mackie, who plays the Falcon, he kind of let loose in an interview that the movie's incredible. He actually thinks it's the first the first comic book movie that might be nominated for Best Picture next year.
Wow.
So he thinks it's that good, and he said it's hands down the best Marvel movie they've ever made. He said He thinks that the best two so far are Iron Man 1 and The Winter Soldier, which I would agree with. I think The Avengers is up there too, but it's a little on the cheesy side.
The Winter Soldier is great, and then the Iron Man is just very original.
Yeah.
Very new. I like that.
Avengers is awesome too, but it's awesome because you finally got to see everyone team up.
Right.
I don't think it's like actually as good as those other two.
I mean, the thing is, it's hard to dispute what he's saying because Marvel has been knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, but
every movie.
But he's basically saying that
they killed.
He's saying that Civil War is leaps and bounds above everything they've done before.
Wow.
Which, okay, he's an actor talking about a movie he's in. You know, of course he's going to talk it up.
He's proud of his work, but still,
he was pretty adamant about it.
What recent Marvel movie is bad? There's no way. Maybe Thor.
Yeah,
the second Thor.
The second Thor, I fell asleep during and never even finished it. You know,
yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy was fun, great, but I think Winter Soldier really, to me, kind of stood out.
Yeah,
and he's saying this is above that, and it's by the same directors. It's by the same directors that made Winter Soldier. So I definitely trust in them. But another interesting thing he let loose was that he started listing all the actors, and he's saying, this person gave the role, and that person gave the role. And he mentioned Mark Ruffalo, who plays the Hulk. And as of now, they've been saying that the Hulk isn't in this movie.
Oh,
so he kind of let that slip, I think. So that should be pretty cool. We haven't seen him in any of the trailers or anything like that either, so...
Yeah, they usually they're very good at keeping that under wraps, and he just might have dropped something on it.
I wonder if, Iron Man and all his people, and it's going to be fighting Captain America and all his people, and then just somewhere in the chaos, Hulk's just going to bust out and just start wrecking house.
Right, but whose side is he
not
on?
on anyone's side, just he just hulked out for some reason, and he just starts tearing shit up. You know how he just attacks everyone and anything.
Maybe that's what brings them together.
It might be, yeah. I'm not sure.
The Hulk goes wild.
Wow, yeah, that might be.
And they need to actually, all right, well, let's put this aside right now because we have to stop the Hulk.
I think you're right. I think that's what happens.
or
oh my God,
the
I'm
Hulk
calling
just
it.
starts beating up everybody and like knocks some sense in everybody. Like, hey, like just stop fighting. I'm gonna beat the crap out of all of you.
It humbles them all.
Yeah, like listen, like you guys are nobody compared to me. Like I just kicked the crap out of like every one of you all together. So just stop fighting
They just
and become friends.
He's like daddy coming in. They're like all a bunch of siblings fighting in their room, and dad comes in with the belt in his hands.
Yeah, I'm.
Everyone settle down.
I was wondering how, because like, I was wondering like how they were gonna bring the Hulk back. You know, because in pretty much every Hulk movie, single movie, it's them getting the Hulk out of hiding.
You know what?
And I
think we
thought
just
they were
cracked
gonna
it.
do that again.
I think we just
Make
cracked
some
it,
movie.
man. They're gonna be fighting. They're gonna be causing all this shit, and the Hulk's gonna come and just like start destroying the city or destroying them, and they're gonna be like, "Damn, let's put our differences aside right now because we need to stop the Hulk." They're gonna end up stopping the Hulk at great sacrifice, and then, bam! Captain America's dead. What do you think about that?
Oh my god, I think I would die.
Well, here's the thing.
I think I need to see a therapist if that shit happens.
When I brought up we were getting into some sweaty nerd territory, specifically for this topic. So,
oh my god.
In the Captain America Civil War comic books, Captain America is killed at the end of Civil War.
How? How is he killed?
He's literally just shot by like a sniper. And it kind of like brings like this big tragedy to like the whole situation. But he eventually comes back in the comic books, and I'm sure if they kill him in the movies, he's eventually going to come back in the movies because they are, all those like Infinity Gems that they've been collecting, and that's what's like the Infinity Wars is kind of leading up to.
Infinity Stones, right?
Yeah, one of them is the Time Gem, and I think that either Vision has the Time Gem, or no, actually I think it's Doctor Strange. They're making Doctor Strange movie soon. I think he's going to have the Time Gem or find the Time Gem in that movie. And they'll probably be able to use that Time Gem to bring Captain America back to life in the next Avengers movie.
Wow. My mind is like, that's like, Marvel knows how to do their movies, man.
Dude, they've planned this out,
If that stuff
man.
comes out, that's great.
They've been planning this out.
They knew about this 20 years ago.
The thing is like, this is like what I'm kind of putting together from like a bunch of theories that I've heard and speculations, and just I've read all the Civil War comic books, actually. That's something like I actually have read the whole series a while ago. I don't know, I think they came out like 2007 or something, but they'll probably even do something like better than what I can imagine,
Oh yeah, they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it there. This is like when after their series of Marvel movies are over, they're not gonna do this till we're old men. So they're gonna make this legendary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they definitely. You know how they do like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, or this and that. Eventually, like, this is all basically kind of one story about the Infinity Wars. Like, when you look back, it's like, even from Captain America 1, they found that first, like, Tesseract thing or whatever that ended up being an Infinity Gem, and Guardians of the Galaxy, they get one, and Thor, they get one, or whatever. So, really, like, all these phases have all been leading up to this Infinity Wars. And so they're definitely going to knock it out of the park, because I'm sure after that, Robert Downey Jr. is not going to want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
They're going to lose a bunch of actors, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can't lose the actors, especially because isn't also Captain America. What's his name? Chris.
Yeah. What's his name? Chris.
He doesn't want to be Captain America for too long either.
Yeah. Right. You know what, though? He might be saying that because maybe he does die in Civil War, and he's trying to trick people into like thinking that he's not going to come back to life.
Right? Maybe exactly. He'll be out of the movies for a couple years, and he'll make his comeback in whatever in the future.
Yeah.
Right? He'll take a break, do some touching romantic comedies. Get fat.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't go back to that. He's been in too many of those in the past, right? Wasn't he in a couple of so he played like some jock guy in that Not Another Teen movie, and
oh yeah.
what else was he in? He was like some doofy guy in something else too. I can't remember now.
Oh, I need to look this up.
But yeah, so we got. I'm sure we're gonna need to talk about Civil War again some other time, and I'm sure more and more news is gonna be coming out about it. But they got Martin Freeman now. His role has been released. You know who Martin Freeman is?
No.
He's a British guy that played Bilbo Baggins in The Hobbit, and he was in that show Sherlock.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's a pretty good actor. So he's going to be in the movie, and he's playing, I think some like government official, this and that, that works alongside the Black Panther, which is also super cool. I don't know if you know anything about the Black Panther, but he's pretty awesome. So and they nailed his costume. He looks great. But yeah, I mean.
So I'm looking at Chris Evans.
Chris Evans, right? Yeah. I kept thinking Chris Rogers, but I know his name is like Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers.
Played by Chris Evans.
Let's see.
My God. It's too many first names. Chris Evans, Steve Rogers.
I don't think he's ever really been in a romantic comedy. He just played the pretty boy.
Yeah.
He's the Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course.
Flamer.
Yeah. He's so much better as Captain America.
Literally, Reese's recent resume has literally just been Marvel. Since 2011.
5 years now.
He's been in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was like one of the ex-boyfriends. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's like the skateboarder one, right?
Voice, Cellular, The Paperboy, Not Another Teen Movie. There you go.
Not a teen movie. Kind of like that movie, actually.
I like that movie too. It's stupid, but it's
so
fun.
Stupid,
so stupid
I like
funny.
It. Out of like all those movies, I like that one. All right, well, I think that's it for tonight.
Yep.
So if you like this video, please subscribe below. And my name's Chris Jokas. You can follow me on Instagram at Chris Jokas.
My name is George Beccarao. You can follow me on Instagram at Peck George. Also on Twitter at Georgie Peck.
All right, that's our show.
Have a good one. Night. Bye.